You see, we're a bit elevated today. Greetings and salutations, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful Halloween. And to all of those who are starting to celebrate Christmas, I still think you're monsters, and you need to be eradicated immediately. What? Before you guys get excited, no, this is not a new horror video. I'm still working on those. The reason I took a break is because I was doing a lot of things at Halloween. I wasn't trying to die from college stuff.
Minions.
But then you're probably asking yourself, Garrett, why are you making this video? Well, I'll tell you. It's because for me, spooky season isn't done. Halloween season is done. Yeah, I can accept that. Halloween's done. I'm still counting down to when Halloween's going to be coming next year. But spooky season ain't done yet, because we still got Friday the 13th. So just stay in your seats, okay? Just calm down. Just stay with me, okay? Yeah. Okay. I'm taking a break from the horror movie ranking to bring you like this little mini-series ranking every single haunt that I have been to. As you guys know, I love haunted attractions just as much as I love roller coasters, nature, and guitars. So in this short little mini-series, we're going to be breaking down every haunt that I have been to, ranking them from worst to best. But then again, I don't think that there is such thing as a bad haunt. None of these haunts are bad, except the McKamey Manor. They can go screw themselves because they suck. But anyway, so yeah, this is me ranking every single haunt that I have been to. All of these are in Southern California, so if you're expecting anything national or international, sorry, I haven't gone out of my way to go to haunts in other states and countries. I will do that for roller coasters, but just the haunts in California are just like, it's just generally agreed that they are morally superior to like every other haunt in any other state. If it's in California, it's like morally superior just because they're that good. But and the reason I'm making this is because my haunt list has grown quite a lot since last year. Last year, I had only been to 6 haunts. I have now been to 21, including one that I'm going to go to on Friday the 13th, which is when the final video of this miniseries is going to come out. So future me will tell you how that haunt went. I'm pretty sure it's going to be great. But future me is going to tell you how that haunt went, and we're going to talk about the other haunts now in the present as you're watching this and these miniseries videos. I can English, yeah. So for this miniseries, I am going to kind of split up the haunts into 2 categories. It's going to be in like, the list is still kind of be in out of order of the categories, but like I'll list like, okay, this haunt is in this category, it's like this kind of thing. And yeah, so it'll make sense. So and those are being home haunts, which are basically home, yeah, it's that. They're haunts that are usually made in someone's house, or front yard, backyard. It's homemade pretty much. And then we have professional haunts, which are like Not Scary Farm, Dark Harbor, Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, other like some big names, some not so big names, but they have more of a budget and there's a lot more people involved. So home haunts, professional haunts. I have been to 11 home haunts and 10 professional haunts, including Fright Farms, which is in the future, which future me will cover that. So yeah. So this mini-series is going to be 4 episodes long. I'm going to do 6 haunts in this video, so this will be like 21 through 15, and then the other ones will be like 14 through... so yeah, it's just going to go down the line. So 6 in this one, 5 for the last couple, and yeah, let's just get right into it. I've talked way too much. This intro's gone way too long. Let's go. Let's go. Booyah! I have now transitioned to the narrator portion of this video. Let's get started right away with number 21. Number 21 is gonna be a home haunt. And this home haunt is the Psycho House. So, the Psycho House is actually special to me because it's run by a friend of mine from OSHA, Nick. I'm going to put his Instagram right here on the screen. Now you can see it. Go follow him because he's a really cool guy. This haunt is located in Santa Ana, and it is themed to my favorite horror movie of all time, Psycho. It's got Psycho playing above the garage. You got the corpse of the mother in the window. Norman as a silhouette also as in one of the windows. You got a car that looks like it's been thrown into a lake and been dragged out. And you got headstones of all the victims killed by Norman, or supposedly killed by Norman, or was it the mother? Who was to say? So it was a very simple yet fun yard display with very, very cool and decent effects. No scare actors on this one, but it's still a very, very fun home haunt, and I hope it's back next year. They kind of changed the theme. Like last year, they did I didn't go to this, but according to my friend, last year they did a Haunted Mansion to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Haunted Mansion. But this year they did Psycho to, I assume, celebrate the 60th anniversary of Psycho, which is awesome. Because Psycho is an amazing movie, and you all should go watch it. So, yeah. But it's going to come up at the runner-up. So, 21, The Psycho House. I loved it. Still, just a fun, simple little yard display home haunt. So, all right, that's number 21. Let's move on to 20. All right, moving on to number 20. We're going to move up a bit to Norwalk. This is the Grey Phantom, a very elaborate yard display haunt designed and modeled after the Queen Mary herself, which, fun fact, if you didn't know, in the 1940s, the Queen Mary was used as a World War II shipping vessel and warship, pretty much, and they called it the Grey Ghost because of how fast the ship could go. It was super cool to look at. It had a very slick and awesome design. I loved some of the cool projections they had. They had these cool, spirit ghost projections, which, kind of looked like stock animated ghosts, and I think they are. But, they're good. They can still get a couple of scares out of you. It was really cool, but I just loved the look of this thing. It looked super cool, and with Dark Harbor being closed this year, it was nice to have some kind of remnants of the Queen Mary herself. Very cool effects within the ship. Each room was modeled after some specific place within the Queen Mary, so that just really was cool, and I just loved the overall atmosphere of this place. So, overall, a really great yard display haunt, and, I kind of hope they bring it back next year, because I liked looking at this thing a lot. So, Grey Phantom, very great home haunt, and I'm going to leave all of the Instagrams of these people who do these haunts in the description, because these things are not cheap. These things are big passion projects, and people just love doing them, so go support them, because they really do need it. And so they can keep scaring us in the years to come. All right, let's move into number 19. Number 19 is one a bit more local to me. This is the Dead Last Drive-In, located in Orange. So, quick story before we get into the actual haunt. I went with my girlfriend, Sarah. We were ready to go into this haunt, only to find it was in a gated community, and we couldn't get in. So we spent a good 40 minutes trying to find out how to get into this place and find this drive-in haunt. We were expecting something like a drive-in movie theater or like a drive-through, something like that in this neighborhood. But then finally we walk in, we park our car outside, we walk in, and we're looking everywhere. We just can't find it. We think maybe it's just not here. And all of a sudden we go behind the house of supposedly where it is, and we find this parking lot, and in this parking lot is a parking spot with a bunch of black tarps concealing it and a projection screen. And then we knocked on the door. As the door opened, this very kind lady opened it with a bunch of smoke and fog in the house, and she was, we gotta say, is this Dead Last Drive-In? She said yes, and we got in. It's super nice of her, because apparently we had to make a reservation, and we didn't know, but she was super kind, and she let us drive in. She gave us the code to get into the gated community, and we were let into the haunt. So, I parked my car in the spot, and we tune in. Yeah, this is a home haunt, and you have to tune into a radio. So I thought that was kind of cool. And the projection show began. Now, the premise of this haunt, it was really simple. It was basically just a montage of jump scares scenes from famous horror movies, and every time there was a jump scare on the screen, a scare actor would pop out from behind the tarps in the parking spot, and they would scare you. Usually they actually do this with like tasers. They'd like turn on a taser and you're like, ah. So yeah, it was pretty cool. But then at the end, the screen dropped and there was like this little show where it was like these two guys and it looked like they were about to butcher this dude in front of us. And I was like, oh man. And then the host came out and with a leg, the fake leg, and she thanked us for coming. And yeah, but yeah, by the way, the runners of the show are just extremely nice and courteous. So again, go support them. Plus they have their own little sticker logo, so that was cool. So, and also before we left, I got out of the car to get like a treat for coming to the haunt to give for me and Sarah. And it was like above this tree. And I reached in, this guy was like pulling on a bucket with a string that was attached to the tree. And I grabbed it, and then all of a sudden, a guy comes out of the door with a buzzsaw, and I get chased back to my car. So overall, very simple design, yet very creative home haunt for 2020. All right, let's get into number 18. Number 18 is Bloody Acres, or in this case, Bloody Acres Outdoor Haunt, located in Laguna Hills. So what I found interesting about this haunt is that normally with most home haunts, they're usually done in the front yard or sometimes within the house. This was all done within the backyard. So we basically just entered this person's backyard, which I found kind of interesting, but still pretty cool. I mean, the moment you entered, you were greeted with like a scare actor swinging a fake dead body at you, which I found kind of cool. I was like, hey, you don't see that every day. Also had a nice little theme. Not nice little theme. It was actually a pretty cool theme. It was basically like Los Angeles was being overrun by mass murderers, like Purge Night or something. I don't really know, but I liked it. They had this big like facade Hollywood sign in their backyard with a bunch of like dead bodies. There was also like a body in their pool, which I found kind of funny. I mean, you got to find that funny. My favorite part, though, was we went through this part where it was, like, enclosed in all these tarps, and there was this really, like, big strobe light effect going on. It was like, oh, my God, I was going to have, like, a seizure or something. But then we turned the corner, and it's this big field, because they didn't close this field part, and there was, like, a bunch of scare actors in there. And I found that cool, because you had to, like, run through this part. Well, we didn't run. We kind of, like, brisk walked through it. But, and it felt like you were kind of, like, dodging zombies in, like, so that part was kind of creative and interesting. So I really liked that one. It wasn't my favorite, but we did it on Halloween night, so it was kind of special. But yeah, Bloody Acres, very solid home haunt. So it lands itself at the number 18.